Alright, we're back with the 1963 Impala Supersport. I wanted to talk a little bit about the history of this car and how it got to where it is today and the different sets of hands that it's gone through and some of the pieces of documentation I've got on the car. Um, as I mentioned previously, this car was owned and spent most of its time in Oklahoma, Ketchum, Oklahoma, and then Roston, Oklahoma to be exact. A gentleman by the name of Sam Wyatt um, bought the car brand new from Rick Jones Chevrolet in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Passed away, and Jay Potter, a buddy of his, was who the car was willed to when Sam passed away. And he kept it for, I think it was less than a couple of years, from what I can tell on the paperwork. And basically put it up for sale in the paper, and that's where my father-in-law saw it. And so he drove out to Ketchum, Oklahoma, bought the car for, I think it was like $2,700, and here it stands today. Like as I mentioned, I've had it for about a year now. So here's a little bit of the documentation I have on it. The coolest thing I think is this original window sticker for the vehicle. As you can see, it was a Roy Hughes Chevrolet. Bartlesville, Oklahoma is where the dealership was. Impala 8-cylinder 2-door sport coupe. The VIN number, which we'll look at in a minute, matches my VIN number. And it did have the sport equipment package, or the sport coupe or SS package. So it is a true SS, which the VIN number also confirms, as well as this bill of sale, or the window sticker, and also the bill of sale, which I have inside. That thing's falling apart, so I didn't want to tear it apart any further. So there's a brand new price, or the price for this brand new car, $3,500. The price, the additional equipment that made it a sport coupe or a super sport was $161.40. So nowadays, an option that would make a car the sportier version obviously would be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 if just to start. So pretty cool. This is the original. It's laminated, which I know takes a little value away from it, but it was starting to show signs of age, and the last thing I wanted to do was fall apart. So pretty cool. And as I mentioned, is a St. Louis car out of the St. Louis plant. The original key, you can't see it, I bet, but right next to the keyhole there's a serial number that matches the number on the bill of sale as far as what keys were issued. Serial numbers of keys. And then obviously it's got the Briggs & Stratton emblem on this side. And then on the other side, it's all taped down. But on the other side, it's got a Roy Hughes Chevrolet emblem on the other side of it. So I don't know if that was normal for the time, or if it was just something special that they did. Who knows? But this is the one of the two original keys. I don't know where the other one is, or it's probably in the dirt somewhere in somebody's front yard. But owner protection plan, basically a warranty book. Again, Sam Wyatt purchased the car, Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Roy Hughes Chevrolet in Bartlesville, and so this is the original book for this car, and it just goes through all the warranty items, and you got little tickets here that you could tear off and redeem, use your warranty with these tickets, and that was basically for no charge replacement or repair or whatever the case may be. Here's when Sam Wyatt passed away. This was a portion of the will that basically stated that Sam Wyatt passed away, and here was his personal representative. And then the car changed hands from her as his personal representative over to J. Potter. So it's a pretty cool little piece of history there. And then a couple of appraisal pieces of paperwork that my father-in-law had kept out of Laverne, Oklahoma. And then here's I haven't seen a letter like this in a long time where they make true Xerox copies, but it was a new vehicle warranty extension letter from the dealership to Sam Wyatt. So basically, they had a warranty extension of 24 months or 24,000 miles. So 2-year, 24,000 mile warranty on this car, which who knows if it was ever even exercised. But and then this looks more like I've heard that these came with the car, but this looks more like something that would have been found in the showroom or the sales room where people could look at different options and what they cost and the part numbers for those options. But it goes through, options in general, like the rear antenna, truck antenna, things like that, power brakes. So again, most of this stuff is probably just junk that nobody else would really care about or even think to look for, but I don't know if it adds any value to the car. As far as I'm concerned, I really don't care. But it's just neat to have things like this with the car, so not only is it a true SS because the number on the sticker matches the number on the car, but where it came from, and you can actually talk about with someone where it came from and what you know about the car. Because the 65 Galaxy that I had, I knew nothing about that damn car, other than the fact that I bought it for $500 from a buddy I worked with, and how he came about it, I have no idea. So, but again, it's pretty cool. We'll look at the VIN number here, if we can see it. There's the VIN number, and you can read that it's 3184 7S105574. And if you ran that VIN number, you would find that it's a V8 St. Louis car, sport coupe, on and on and on. So everything matches. Now, I haven't gone so far as to look at the numbers on the motor or the transmission yet. Like I said, I really haven't torn into the car, but I'm willing to bet that the original engine is in here, with the exception of the intake manifold and the carburetor. And the transmission, I've been under there hooking up the kickdown linkage, and it sure as hell looks like the original transmission. It's just caked all to hell with dirt and mud. And so one thing we didn't get to do when we looked at the car last is look at the interior in the back, because it was too dark. So there's the interior in the back. And again, the carpet you can barely see because it's poor lighting in here. It's really, really, really cloudy. It looks like it's going to rain here. But the interior in the front, the steering wheel, some of the paint's rubbed off, but there's the dash. And there's the aftermarket cassette player that I was telling you about, but it's still got the original AM/FM or AM/FM radio there. The console, I've cleaned up the console a good amount since I got it. A couple little tiny scratches down in here, but aside from that, it's more dusty than anything else. And like I said, the light still works, all the lights. So, but the only thing I'm not sure of, and I haven't gone so far as to look yet, is popping the sill plates off, or the rocker plates off, where this Body by Fisher